Hello you beautiful people and welcome to today's video, which is another sketchbook tour. I'm a bit behind on sketchbook tours nowadays because I have started to scan in my sketchbooks and it takes quite a while to do that and to edit that all. So I'm a bit behind. So this is the second sketchbook I filled this year. So yeah, and if you want to I'm sorry for the promo, but yeah, if you want to support me, you can buy this sketchbook as a PDF on Gumroad. The link is down in the description if you follow my link tree. And you can also have access to the PDFs of my sketchbooks as my Patreon if you want to go that path, but you don't have to, of course. You can watch this on YouTube, obviously. So here we go. This sketchbook is a sketchbook made by Crescent. Oh, the back of it looks disgusting. Also, we have such a beautiful sunny day outside. I figured I don't need my fancy lights because it's a hassle to set them up. So here we go. It's the famous render sketchbook that you can use with alcohol-based markers and nothing goes through the page. And that's obviously true, but I had a hard time using the sketchbook because... So here comes in my theory. Yeah. So the paper of this sketchbook is just so stiff. I haven't had any sketchbook in my whole life that was this stiff. The paper is good, the paper is amazing for markers, but the sketchbook is... I had to lay two big books on top of my scanner to press the lid down, to have it a bit more flat, to just not have a blurry image. Yeah, so my theory. If you are familiar with bookbinding, which I had in school, in art school as a class, I'm not an expert, but one of the fundamentals of bookbinding is that when you have paper, you have to find out in which direction the fibers of the paper are directed. So this little post-it note bends easily in this direction. You have to hassle around with such small pieces of paper sometimes. This is the direction it bends easily into. And this is the direction that I feel it. You can't see it very well, but you can grab a piece of paper and you'll feel that one direction is more stiff. So this is more stiff. So because the fibers go in this direction, this is the easy way and this is the stiff way. You would, if you wanted to bind a book with this piece of paper, you would put it like this, so you can easily bend the pages and the book will lay more flat. So with the render sketchbook, I figured out, I don't know how they make this paper. I don't know if it's two papers that are coated in the middle and are pressed on top of each other, or if they are like on piece of paper. I have no idea how they make this paper. So this is just a theory, this is not a fact, just saying that. So I have the feeling that they bind it because they have two pages on top maybe of each other, so marker ink doesn't go through. Maybe that's the reason, because it's so stiff and the fibers don't align. Like, I have no idea, but it's very, very stiff. Please consider this before buying it, because it's also rather expensive. I think it was like 17 euros. Yeah, so I'm sorry for all the talking, but I'm just now going to start. So I started this book on the 25th of January 2019 and finished it on the 7th of March 2019. And I decorated it with some random stickers I got in a vinyl sticker pack on Amazon. And now there's a cloud in front of the sun. I hope the light doesn't change that bad. So yeah, some more random stickers. Some of them I don't even know what they are meant to be for. I just found them funny. So we start with my self-portrait, and as you can see, I've used markers and nothing goes through this paper. This is amazing. I really love this paper for that, and also my pigment ink I'm using in my brush pen isn't bleeding anywhere, so it's very crisp. It's a very smooth kind of paper. So yeah, it's a good paper. I have nothing against the paper, but it's very stiff, and if I'm bending it in this direction, it feels like it goes better than in this direction. This feels more stiff than this, so I don't know. It's just so stiff. Also, I missed using watercolors because they didn't look that... They looked okay. They didn't look horrible, but I was just a bit... yeah. It's a personal taste issue. So here are some poses. I think I did this... Yes, I did these from drawing videos I found on YouTube, and then I paused them and drew the pose very quickly without a sketch. That's very good for practicing. Yeah. A little pooch. Add Hannah's character. Yeah, I don't know if I should always say this is the character of my wife and this is the character of my wife. Most of the time I'm writing down when it's from someone else, and then you can see it, and I think I don't have to announce it every time. I think it gets on people's nerves. It gets on my nerves though. Yeah. So what I really like also is that the colors are very bright because the paper is so white. That's really nice. Here I used colored pencils, and they also work nicely. If you have a very soft color pencil or a graphite pen, I would highly recommend to use fixative on them on this paper, because the structure is so smooth it would like smudge everywhere. So I mostly used very cheap alcohol-based markers in this book because I bought some at Action when we were there, and we also had some very old touch markers laying around, so I used these. Oh, these were paint markers I got from, I don't know the brand, SSTA or something. They are not as expensive as Posca, but also they are a bit more streaky and stuff, but they were very good to try out the marker thing, and I really need to do more with the Poscas. Posca. I'm contemplating how to pronounce it. I think it's Posca. That I got myself for my birthday, and I got these from my wife for my birthday to try out markers, paint markers in general, and I really like them, and I really need to draw more with them. I wish I had more time. Some smoochies. I love drawing this. Little dragon. Here you can see how watercolor, do you see that? Is a bit on the splotchy side, a bit on the patchy side. And I had this in previous sketchbooks, and it doesn't bother me that much, but yeah, I don't know. I also took the opportunity to just go with a marker paper because I usually don't use marker sketchbooks, so it was fun. This is also done with the paint markers, with the cheaper ones, and yeah, they work really nice. But some of them have already dried up and they won't like really reactivate. It's hard to get them to have a nice ink flow or paint flow. But they were really good to try out. I love them. Maybe they're gonna work better on non-paper surfaces, like flower pots or something like that. My character card, selfie. Oh yeah, this one fountain pen. That was really weird. I tried to use it because my wife did not like it that much, but I just couldn't get ink out of it. It was just very weird. Also, I'm very sorry how my hands and nails look like, because I was working in the garden and yeah, I cleaned them, but they won't look nice. I maybe should have painted them. But yeah, we are going with that. They are not dirty, they just look a bit dirty. So here's the card, and I did a little style experiment. Like this one here, he looks too young for me, and I don't like this straight nose for him. He's like more of a soft, round character, and I like this version very much over the other one. More characters, and I don't know if this was because I was a bit frustrated because the book just wouldn't lie flat on my desk, or if it was because of a style crisis. I don't know. I don't remember, it's so long ago. So more of these paint markers. Look how nice and shiny. I think the silver's already dried up. I don't remember, I think the blue is for sure. This is my character from an RP, and this is Leslie and Betsy from the comic. That is online, by the way. It has launched by now. And if you follow the link tree in my description, you can read it on Tapas or on Patreon. I'm posting 1 week early on Patreon, free to read for now. For the next chapter, I'm planning to do a early access kind of thing, but you can still read every page for free on Tapas. That's not gonna change. I really like this color combination. It's so pastel-y. I don't remember which colors I used for this, but I think it was a mixture of the touch markers and the cheaper ones from Action. Here's another character from the comic, and it's also done in watercolors, and yeah, it looks really pastel-y because the paper is very smooth and won't let the watercolor just sink into it. I was very grateful for my online art friends. They're really nice. It really helped me gather my confidence and stuff. Yeah, more brush pen drawings and some colored pencil drawings. I just put a flat background with markers in the back. Background in the back. Yeah, and as you can see, the color looks really smooth in this paper, in this sketchbook. It's just, this sketchbook is amazing for that. So I really like this sketch still. I really like how the hand turned out here. My character Sinister, oh, I like her. She is a witch. And she is amazing, and I know she doesn't have the best name, but she was a villain for a tournament once, and yeah, I just needed a name. I did not plan to keep her, but I love her dearly. So yeah. Here I did a mixture of the paint markers and Copic markers or aqua based markers. So I really like how this page turned out. That was really much fun. But this is done with the with Posca pens. I bought myself some sets from Amazon and I got them a bit cheaper than from my own country. I bought them from Japan, and if you want to buy Poscas, it's a good idea to look for listings that take like 1,000 years to ship from Japan, because sometimes, not always, but sometimes they are a bit cheaper than the ones from your own country or something like that. So yeah, I got them and they are really nice, and I really want to paint some canvases with them, but I hadn't gotten the right idea for the illustration. I really like this eye for some reason. This one eye just really is up my alley. And I also like this page. All in all, I like the drawings in this book. They turn out okay for most of the time. I just couldn't deal with this book being so, and I broke the back. Like, I never do that usually, but I broke the back multiple times and it still was like, hey, I'm gonna just do this. Boop. So, oh yeah, more from the other paint markers. A shiny unicorn, and some sketches, and some more sketches from characters from the comic. And these are our Pete characters from me and my wife. This is the mascot of my Discord channel. Discord server, not channel, that I have for artists. So, oh, I really like this sketch. This is one of my favorite sketches in this whole book. It's so simple, and I did not want to ruin it with color, so I just left it at the stage where I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm just gonna leave you here. So, hello. Some punny little things. I like this one. I like this whole spread. It was fun to do, and I like the colors, like the violet and the yellow and the rosy color. Some pages are just like this, and I don't know, it's just sketches, just plain old sketches. Yeah, here I started to struggle a bit. Oh god. Here I started to struggle with my style a tiny bit, and yeah, I just want to go in a more cartoony direction, but I have forced myself to draw like semi-realism for the longest time, so that's just stuck in my hand and I'm not happy with it, and I want it to get out. And yes, so I have to learn how to extend some features, like to go a bit crazy with things and stuff like that. Yeah, more Kurt. It was really all about Kurt. So yeah. Todd as a baby from my comic, and he was a really lazy baby, so Leslie had to pull a cat toy in front of him so he would like move. More Posca drawings. I think I had some references for these, or some inspirations on Pinterest for these. I think this was done with a highlighter, with a pastel highlighter. More watercolors, because I really started to miss them, but they would make the paper all crumbly, crooked, and so I just stuck to my fountain pen, my brush pen, and yeah, I don't know what this was. I think it was done with a brush pen, but it's shiny. So I stuck also to markers, of course. Here I tried, I don't know what style this is. This is horrible. I don't know. Just dabbling around. Here I drew more splotches and filled them in with lines. I did this early in the book as well. And here was like, what do I think of this book? The paper is really good, but it's just like this all the time, and you have to hold it down, and you can't take really good photos for Instagram because you can't just lay it down. You just have to put something on top of it, or hold it, or scan it in. And yeah, that's just the way it is. But it's a really nice paper, I don't want to lie. But also, this paper and this book mixed up with several brands of alcohol-based markers smells a bit funny. It had this weird smell. It just, I don't know what it is. It's not a bad smell, it's just a smell, and I just can't put it anywhere. I don't know. So if anyone has this sketchbook and has noticed it smells of I don't know what, like, please tell me so I can know what it is. So yeah. And this is also the end of my sketchbook tour. There we are. Here are a bit of swatches if you are interested in that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's it. That's my second sketchbook of 2019. And as I said, if you're interested in supporting me, you can click on my link tree down in the description and yeah, go wherever you want and do whatever you want. You don't have to. You're already supporting me by watching this video, and I'm very, very grateful you're doing that. And if you like what you saw, you know, like, you can come back next time. And yeah, that's it. We see each other next time, hopefully, and until we do, please do something that makes you happy. Bye bye!